ladies and gentlemen. Um, this is trigonometry part 12. Okay, so we've been able to touch base with first quadrant, second quadrant, and I've told you the relationship between first and second, which one is negative, and then which one is positive, and and that has we've done justice to that. Then this is third quadrant now. Okay, don't forget we are moving anti-clockwise. The first one we are moving anti-clockwise, which is theta. The second one is what? This arrow, which is 180 minus theta. So the third one is what? 180 plus theta. I've drawn this in part 10, if I'm not mistaken. Angle on a straight line is what? 180 degree. Okay, so if angle on a straight line is 180 degree, you have a straight line here. So 180 plus this angle here, which is relating to hypotenuse. If you look at first quadrant, second quadrant, we are picking angle related to the line of hypotenuse. So this is a hypotenuse sine, okay? And this is 180. From here to here is 180. 180 plus this angle, that will give us what? 180 plus what? Plus theta. So from here, we can get my sine theta for third quadrant. This is third quadrant now. I can get sine 180 plus what? Theta. So this 180 plus theta shows that is in third quadrant. So for the second quadrant, 180 minus theta show that it is second quadrant. Then for the first quadrant, it shows that it's theta, which is angle theta. So it's not compulsory that it will be theta. They can use any other thing. So, but theta is the most common. So here, sine 180 plus theta is the same thing as that's SOHCAHTOA. That's minus y over what? Z. Okay. So then I can also say cos 180 plus theta equals, that is car. You look at it very well. This place is opposite, this is hypotenuse, this is car. And I've told you anything below 0 is negative. That is why your x is negative here. Look at your y here. Don't forget your 0 origin is here. Okay, so this is your 0 origin. Okay, so now look at x. X is minus x. Okay, then your y is also minus because it's below y. Okay, this is negative y. I've also shown it here. So you have minus y and minus x. So now from here, your car will now be what? Minus x over what? Minus x over z. Okay, then tan 180 plus theta will now be toa, toa, toa. That is minus y over minus x. And this is the same thing. Minus will cancel minus. And then you have y over x. So now you should see that this one is equation 7. This is equation 8. And this is equation 9. Don't forget, we've done equation 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3. Then we've done 4, 5, 6. Then we've done 7, 8, 9. It's very simple. You don't need to, in fact, in this section, you don't need to cram. All you just need to understand which angle, where is this angle falling into. In the question, am I given angle 90? Am I given angle 120? If they give you find cos 120, you should know that cos 120 falls in second quadrant because it's not up to 180. Okay, that is what I'm trying to say is that in this first quadrant, I can say this is 0 degree. Okay, less than, okay, let me just say, yeah, 0 degree less than equals to theta less than equals to 90 degree. Okay, that is first. That is any angle given to me between 0 and 89 or 90, it will fall into first quadrant. Now for this second one, this second quadrant is what? This one is 90 degree less than equals to theta less than equals to what? 180 degree. So what am I saying here? Any angle given to me above 90, it means it's falling into second quadrant. Okay. Now for this third quadrant now, so it means that this one is what? 180 degree less than theta less than what? So that is this is between 180 and 270 270 degree. So what are we doing? We are only adding 90 plus 90 like that. Okay. So if you add 90 to 180, okay, you should be having 270 degree. Okay. So now this is for third quadrant. We've done for third quadrant. Then we'll now move to fourth quadrant. So just remember how this diagram is being sketched. Okay, so that if you want to do any relationship, then it will be easier for you to do it. Okay, so now for fourth quadrant, what are we going to do? Look at this now. Angle in a circle. Angle in a circle is what? 360 degree. Okay, this is 180. Angle on a straight line is 180 plus another straight line, that's 180. 180 plus 180 will give you 360 degree. So angle in a circle is what? 360 degree. So if the angle in a circle is what? 360 degree, and we are given here, so it means I can get from here to the hypotenuse. That is it. I can get from here, we are moving anti-clockwise to the hypotenuse. So it means that this is what? 360 degree minus what? Theta. Okay. So if the total angle in a circle is 360, so if I subtract 360 minus theta, it will give me the angle from here to this place. Very simple. You don't need to cram. Angle in a circle is what? Is 360. Okay, since angle in a circle is 360, then I can get from here to this place to the hypotenuse. So 360 minus theta will give me the rest of the angle here. So it means that at the end of the day, I can now say sine 360 minus theta. Okay, sine 360 minus theta will now be so catua. What is my so here? So my so here, what is my opposite? My opposite here is what? Minus y. So it means it's what? Minus y over what? Over z. Okay, minus y over z. And don't forget here, s here, s here is positive. Okay, s here is positive because look at my zero. My zero is here. Okay, and s is located at positive sign. Do you understand now? That is why x is positive there. So now I can get my car. That's cos 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta will now be what? So it means at the end of the day, my car will now be, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's x over what? Over z. Then my tan 360 minus theta will now be equals to, what is my tan here? So TOA. What is my TOA? So this is opposite over adjacent. That's minus y over what? Over z. So it means that I can call this equation 10, okay, equation 11, and equation 12. So this is the relationship between first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and what? Fourth quadrant. Okay, so if you look at this very well, sine 180 plus theta is also the same thing as what? Sine 360 minus theta. Very simple. Sine 180 minus theta is also the same thing as what? Sine 360 minus theta. Why? Because they have the same answer. Minus y over z minus y over z. That is it. Okay, it's as simple as that. So it means if I'm given angle that falls in third quadrant, okay, let's assume I'm given let's assume I'm given angle that falls in third quadrant. Okay, so it means that at the end of the day, this will give me this will give me so it means that at the end of the day, look at my cos 180 plus theta. Let's assume we are given angle of let's say one let's say 220. Now 220 falls into third quadrant because it's more than 180. Okay, now in this case here, I can say 220. I can come here if the angle is 220. I can come here and say 360 minus 220. I'll still get the answer because sine 180 plus theta. Or I look at 180, I subtract 220, I subtract 180 from 220. So if I subtract 180 plus 220, I will still get 180 plus theta. Okay, so if I say 220, 360 minus 220, I will still get the same answer. That is the meaning of this. So the same thing applies. Cos 180 plus theta is negative of this s over z, minus x over d. So cos 180 plus theta, okay, is equals to minus cos theta. That is the meaning. So from here, so it's very simple, and that is how you can relate. So from here, this one is that is 270 degree less than theta less than 360 degree. So in part 13, we'll try and solve one or two, three, four, five questions, or I can use my normal style of solving questions so that we can understand how we can tackle questions under first, second, third, and fourth quadrants. Please continue to like, continue to comment. We are having a lot of views, okay, but those viewing are not liking. So we want you to continue to like, want you to continue to comment, share, so that we can reach a lot of young minds, so that they can know that mathematics is simple and is what straightforward. Cheers.